Everything that you own has been on a truck at one point or another. Trucking really is the backbone of our economy. In something so vast, there is going to be fraud. In fact, according to a study by PricewaterhouseCoopers, 45% of transportation logistics companies have experienced fraud over the past 2 years. Fraudulent activities can take many forms. Cargo theft, misappropriation, fictitious vendors, pay and return schemes, overbilling, false documentation, commercial bribery, and the big one is identity theft. Best brokers should have a strong vetting process in place, which they're continually updating as the industry changes in order to keep ahead of the crooks. I'm going to share our 10-point carrier qualification process so you can get an idea of what a responsible broker should be doing to protect you. The first thing we do is verify that a carrier has adequate insurance coverage, both general liability and cargo coverage. We check their credit rating. After all, you want to make sure if you're going to give somebody $100,000 worth of product that they're not on the verge of bankruptcy. Next, we go to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration website to check and make sure that the carrier does have a valid authority to operate. In addition, we're going to compare the information on that site to the information the person calling us is giving us. Did the numbers match? If not, we may call that number just to verify that this person is an employee. The goal is to make sure that the person we're speaking to is a real legitimate carrier and not a scammer trying to pull off identity theft. And don't forget the power of Google. We Google the carrier to take a look at their website, again to see if the information matches up with what the person we're speaking to is telling us. We can also find out sometimes that people have posted negative reports or blogs about this carrier, maybe avoid a bad hire. We ask carriers for references and we call them. When we get that reference on the phone, we're sure to ask how long they've been doing business. We're looking for long-term stable relationships. As members of the Transportation Intermediaries Association, we subscribe to their Watchdog service. This is a site that allows brokers to post reports about carriers that are engaging in unethical or fraudulent activity. We also have other services that are very similar to supplement this. The goal is to find out bad actors in the industry before we hire them. In addition to industry watchdog services, Matchmaker Logistics maintains its own in-house Do Not Use list. Any carrier that doesn't meet our qualification process or our standards of service will be placed on this list. While we're at the FMCSA website, we also make sure to check the carrier safety rating. It's very important that you avoid hiring carriers with an unsatisfactory safety rating. Should there be an accident and someone is injured or killed, if the carrier has an unsatisfactory safety rating, everyone, shipper, broker, will be sued for negligent hiring. Motor carrier numbers are issued sequentially. So theoretically, a lower number would indicate a carrier has been in business for a long time. But we have to be very, very careful here. We also check the FMCSA website for their revocation history. Carriers do have their authority revoked from time to time, sometimes for insurance lapses and so forth. But if we see a big gap, we're going to ask some questions. We want to make sure that the people who started the business are still running it. We also subscribe to a service called Fraud Alert Check. What we're looking for here are multiple MC numbers operating out of the same location. There's a practice in the industry called churning. Sometimes unscrupulous parties will apply for multiple MC numbers, and when they destroy the reputation of one, they just start using another. At Matchmaker Logistics, we don't rest on our laurels. Just because a carrier has passed our qualification process once doesn't mean they'll stay on the straight and narrow forever. We go back and check them every 3 months to make sure they're still up to our standards. In addition, we stay active with the Transportation Intermediaries Association to ensure that we're current with the best industry practices. To learn more, I encourage you to visit our website, matchmakerlogistics.com.